Bobby Fischer, the most brilliant chess player, playing this guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He was a very good player. However, he decided to play a closed game against Bobby Fischer. If you know anything about Bobby Fischer, he is insane at calculation. So, I wouldn't want to get in a battle of calculation against one of the best in the world. You can see even at 5 moves, they're still playing book moves, 6, 7, 8. This is all book moves. It's all very common. I wouldn't say very common, but it's a normal French defense, right? It's literally book moves to move 10. We have literally all book moves so far until Bobby Fischer decides to play a3 here instead of c4. Now, I think he just wants to challenge his pawns because these pawns, you can see, have literally been coming at him this entire game on this side of the board, and Bobby Fischer's just been chilling on this side with his pieces. He's got some okay development, and he's going to have a lot more in a second. But all of his pawns just literally come at Bobby Fischer, and it's still equal somehow. I don't know how it's still equal, but it's pretty much equal. We have pawn forwards to a4, and Bobby decides to challenge the pawns. We have pawn takes and pawn takes, which taking wasn't an accuracy, but it's not a big deal. They're pretty much equal. It's really close. Now we have knight to a5, which is another slight inaccuracy, which makes his position a little bit worse. Now, Bobby Fischer plays the best move in the position, and we have bishop to a6 now. And now we have bishop to h3. This bishop move is a little odd. I don't think you need to play it yet. Knight out, or maybe knight here even, I think are better move set. But we have pawn forwards by his opponent, and knight back. Like I said, I thought this move was pretty good, but Bobby Fischer is obviously 10 times better than I am, so he drops his knight back. We have knight to b6 and knight jumping into the middle of the board, and knight to d5 here. A little bit of counterplay by his opponent, but Bobby Fischer is still like 0.4 better if he plays queen h5, which he did not play queen h5, so it's equal. So he dropped his bishop back. It's attacking this knight, and they haven't traded a piece yet. They've traded one pawn so far, which I guess is a piece, but I'm talking about minor pieces, which are these. And then we have major pieces, and we have queens. So they have not traded a piece. They've traded one pawn each, and we have bishop dropping back, literally guarding all the squares that this knight can go to. Sorry, I just suck at drawing arrows apparently. But we have bishop takes here, which is an inaccuracy again, and bishop takes back, attacking the queen now. You're forced to move your queen somewhere, and queen here was a bit better apparently. Now we have queen h5, and this threat is happening. Bobby Fischer is gonna attack you, and it looks equal. The computer says it's equal, but that's because Stockfish 16 can hold this position. I don't think anybody in black's position here could hold against Bobby Fischer. This just looks scary. So his opponent plays rook over. He's like, I'm going to make a counter threat. I'm going to push my pawn, and I'm going to do something. Well, that was not the best idea. Honestly, it wasn't terrible. I don't know why it's a mistake if it wasn't that bad. Bobby Fischer plays knight to d2 now, and it is a missed opportunity because it should have went the other way and jumped up this side of the board, but it's not a big difference. Now we have knight here. It's a missed opportunity because Stockfish 16 sees 30 moves in the future, or 16 moves in the future for every single move possible. So it knows exactly what you do. But if you're playing here and you only have like 10 minutes per move, you're not going to find the exact best move. So we have a brilliant move by Bobby Fischer. Sacrificing this bishop. The pawn could take, but that really weakens your king. And if the pawn takes, you're not doing too well. You're not doing too well at all because this pawn takes, and this square is weak because it's guarded by this pawn. King h8 is your best move in this position, and you're just barely holding on. So I wouldn't trust this, and he doesn't either. He decides to play the best move in the position, bringing the queen back, and Bobby Fischer leaves his bishop hanging again. Another brilliant move. 2 in a row, and now his opponent misses bishop back, which is quite an odd move. It's just attacking it, but the knight can move, right? you never know. But you're not going to leave that bishop hanging a third time, right? Because king over, and then king runs away, and you're down a piece. So we'll see what happens. Bobby Fischer, though, plays the best move again, queen over. I guess this one isn't too hard to see because you don't want to block your bishop. You don't really want to take the queen too far away, so you just play queen over. We have knight takes the knight now, rook takes back, and all of Bobby Fischer's pieces are in this attack. He could literally push this pawn or sacrifice pieces. Who knows? We have c4 now by his opponent, trying to create some power play, but as you can see, the evaluation bar does not like that move at all. We have pawn forwards, like I said. Honestly, he could sacrifice something here. I don't know what he would sacrifice, but it's Bobby Fischer. He might find something. We have rook over. It thinks rook over here is better because maybe the queen sacrifices or something. I don't see it, but we have rook to a7, trying to defend, but Bobby Fischer's too good at this game. He drops his bishop back to g7. Taking there would have been a little bit better, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care if his opponent promotes because checkmate is way more valuable than another queen. So he doesn't promote, although promoting would have been the best move. Bobby Fischer here sacrifices the queen, the third brilliant of the game, and his opponent resigns. He's like, I can't take these brilliants, I'm done. If he were to take, though, he just takes with the pawn. If king takes here, we have bishop checkmate. Amazing. If he just plays his king here, we just have the rook checkmate, which is very obvious. But this is such a crazy checkmate that he saw after the sacrifice of the queen, which is insane. He's like, okay, king takes, pawn takes, king takes, mate. Crazy. Bobby Fischer is so good at this game. I can't believe it. I wish I was like Bobby Fischer. Comment who you think the best chess player in the world is or will be. If you think Gukesh will be, or Magnus, or Hikaru, maybe you think Hikaru is the best in the world. Bobby Fischer, Paul Morphy. There's lots of players, and I want to hear your comments, and I'll look over games. If anyone comments anyone good, I might put them in a video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.